What's good, everybody? It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, back with another video, and today we're gonna look at a cheat code plugin. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, your favorite nappy producer with the fro. And like I said, this plugin is a cheat code in my opinion. And I'm mad that you guys didn't tell me about this plugin sooner. Like, I had to find out about this plugin randomly or whatever. I should have been told me this plugin was good, because I'm like a year and some change late on reviewing this plugin. But better late than never. But this plugin is definitely one that you should consider getting. And today we're gonna be looking at a plugin called Gullfoss, Gullfoss. Yeah, Gullfoss, I think that's how I pronounce it. But yeah, it's basically an intelligent EQ plugin that's basically a make my mix better plugin. I mean, that's as simple as I can make it. I mean, I don't know how else I can say the plugin, but that's what it basically is. It is a make my mix better plugin. It's super simple, super good, and it's an AI driven plugin that really works, like hands down. So let's jump inside FL Studio and take a look at this plugin, and let me show you what this is. So here we are inside of FL Studio. I do want to preface, this is not going to be an in-depth review of this plugin. I'm just going to show you how it works, what it can do, and show you how it sounds on different stuff. So do keep that in mind. You want more in-depth reviews, look elsewhere or go to their YouTube channel to show how everything works in depth. But yeah, this is basically a make my mix better plugin, Gullfoss. So here it is right here in the flesh. It's a very simple plugin, very minimalistic, but very I'll say advanced, because this is a intelligent EQ that continuously evolves as your track going. This is no static EQ like most EQs where you set frequencies and they just stay static unless you change them. This is a ever evolving EQ that works with the frequencies of your content or your music. So it's very dope. So how does it actually work? So basically it has a few buttons and a few controls. I'm gonna explain them real quick and then show them an action. So first off, you have the recover and tame. Basically that means it taming the EQ. The tame is basically how it's gonna tame the EQs, if it's gonna enhance them or boost them, and the recovery is how fast it's gonna recover from doing that. So you can have a slow recovery, fast recovery. So basically they kind of work hand in hand. So you can either tame more frequencies or boost more frequencies depending on what you're doing with the tame, and the recovery just is how fast it just goes back to I think unity or whatever, or zero or whatever, which is pretty simple. Let's say you just mess around with it till you get a frequency you like. Next, they have the bias, which basically either focuses more on the high frequency content or the low frequency content. You go negative, positive. Let's say you can either focus more on the highs, I think it was a positive, and the negative is more focused on the low end. So just the bias or how the EQ works. The brighten, if you don't know what brighten means, I mean you shouldn't be using plugins, but brighten is just to add brightness to your track. Basically, if you want to have a more modern mix or a more brighter sounding signal or whatever, yeah, the brightness will help you get there real easy. And then boost is basically a way of it using to, like, I think they said something about like how our ears perceive sound, something like that. But basically, in a nutshell, it can either add or reduce low frequencies. So you can add more low frequencies or reduce them depending on your music content. Mess with this, but I would definitely go subtle on both that and the brightness, because it can get out of hand at some points. But then again, that might be what you're going for, and it works. Also on the side, you got the little red bars, and this is kind of like a frequency limit. So basically, it only affects anything above the red line, and you have them on both sides, so you can kind of use this as a de-esser. So yes, this plugin is not just good on the whole track, it is also good on individual tracks as well, and you can use it as a de-esser, which is really dope. On the YouTube channel, they show how to do that. And then you have the bypass, and you have the level button right here, and you also have the stereo field kind of in and out, so you can see that the left and right channels as well. So pretty dope right there, pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, so let's get into it. So let's go ahead and bypass my little beat real quick so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we're going to activate Gullfoss. So that's my Super Nintendo Trap Nintendo type beat right there. So let's go ahead and add in Gullfoss and start messing with the tame and recovery to kind of build us kind of a preset or a starting point. Just with the tame and recovery, you can hear a massive difference from my music. Let me play it again for you. Let's bypass it, and then let's actually have it engaged, and then let me bypass it. So here it is with it on, and I'm gonna bypass it. So watch the screen when it go bypass, and just listen. So we got headphone speakers, so you can hear it. and that's just with the recover and tame. Not using no boost or bias or anything like that. I'm gonna use them as well. But also I want you to pay attention as you're moving the recovery time and all that. Notice these little lines right here. You want to try to keep this line as close as center as possible, and that's a good starting point before you start actually enhancing stuff. But once you get it there, bypass it back and forth until you get a good sound, and then go to these right here to enhance it even more. But as you can see, just with doing that, I already got a better sound. So now let's go ahead and mess with the bias and the brighten to see if I can enhance it some more. Why didn't y'all tell me about this plugin earlier? It would have been saving me a shit ton of time with my mixing. I mean, you guys are really slacking, and I really need you guys to step your game up. Like this is a cheat code. Like this plugin right here is literally a cheat code. I mean, it's that simple. There's only one other plugin that kind of come close to what this plugin can do, and that's I think Soothe 2. But Soothe 2 really shines on individual tracks. This shines really good on the overall mix, but you can't use it on individual tracks. So don't think it's just a put it on my master bus type thing. Try it on vocals and synths and try DS and all that. It works really good. But just the fact of how easy it is, and as you can see, it's constantly evolving. Like the EQ is not static. It's not one unplugged. It's like I say, it's ever changing. I mean, just watch it. It's doing like 300 something. It's doing like 300 something calculations per second or bands per second or something like that. Some crazy number that the human that we can't do by ourselves, but artificial intelligence can. Like this, if artificial intelligence keep going up like this, I mean, it's gonna be amazing for producers. Like honestly, I'm embracing the artificial intelligence game, and this is proof that it's only gonna get better, and it's worth it. Like it's really worth it. I know people are afraid of artificial intelligence. Me personally, I like it. And also, if you click the Gullfoss signal, you can change the stuff so it is kind of vectorial, so it can get bigger. You can change the refresh rate and then the real time and the offline audio. I will always keep it at best for offline. Real time, you keep it at normal or better, just depending on how good your CPU is. Just keep in mind it's gonna use more or less CPU usage when doing that. But overall, I really recommend this plugin. Like if you're struggling with getting your mixes to have that polish to them, or to get that kind of like clarity and sounds and signals in your whole mix, this plugin is definitely one to pick up. So I will leave a link in the description below where you can actually cop this if you want to buy it, or try to trial it for yourself. Try it on your own material, try it on a full mix, try it on individual tracks, and see what this plugin do. Like this is gonna be a go-to for my master bus for now. It's gonna be like my first plugin to get that initial kind of clarity, and then I'm gonna start adding in all my extra stuff like my limiters and saturation and all that good stuff at the end. But yeah, this is the GOAT. This is the cheat code right here, Gullfoss. Shout out to I think it's Sound Theory. Shout out to you guys. I can only imagine and can only wait to see what number 2 or whatever else I got plugged in the works, because this plugin is definitely a pick-me-up. So if you don't have this plugin, I highly recommend it. If you're struggling with your mixes, or you want to get more polished up, or you actually take your mixes a whole lot seriously in the box or out the box, Gullfoss is a plugin that you need to cop. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoy. Like always, y'all know who it is, your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, not motivated by the money, but the like, comment, subscribe, and views. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think about this plugin. Have you used it before? You thinking about getting it, or you're on the fence about it, or do you not like AI plugins? I know there's some of you guys out there like that. Let's talk about it in the description below, in the comments and all that good stuff. Subscribe, like, catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.